Here.
Mr. Calmer?
Here.
Mr. Cage?
Here.
Quorum present.
As you wish, please stand for the invocation and pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk.
Dear Lord, we stand before you today, thankful for all the gifts that you bestow on us, remembering this Christmas season, the gift of our Savior. We ask safety for all the people that are out on the roadways, especially our highway crew, keep them safe. And ask that hopefully this next week with the potential snow in a couple days that it doesn't come in as heavy as they're predicting, that everybody that deals with it safely. We also ask for healing among some of the people that we have that work here and their spouses. And all these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
On the board, you will see the consent agenda. Motion?
Make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion, or second that motion.
Looks like the treasurer's been busy. Okay, any questions or comments? All in favor of approving the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, the first item, this is, by the way, a quarterly first quarter meeting. So we're going to work on finalizing this vacation of the road, final action. And it's been posted and all the systems have been carried out. We've received no complaints. Is that true, Clay?
We've received nothing for or against.
Okay.
Received no
Okay,
information.
and this is to vacate Marty Street and unnamed street. And I'm told if you go out there and drive, you can't drive it because it's full of trees. It's never been developed. So, motion to vacate this kind of road. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I was
That's my
just
fault.
notified
Yeah, sorry.
that we need to do a change to the agenda, an addition.
Just need to amend the budget, or amend the agenda to add the change order.
Feeser
from-
Road for a reduction of oil price.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, motion to amend the agenda.
Make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, the agenda is amended,
And it'll be
and that
number
item is
7.
added.
Number 7.
Say it again?
Number 7.
Okay, item number would be that tail end of this meeting. Okay, and I just learned.
Sorry.
Okay, where are we now? We got the motion second?
Yeah, no, on the.
Yes, on.
Okay,
I did. Gary second.
so I have the motion second. Any questions or comments on vacating this road?
Who
Yes.
requested the vacation?
Patricia Reynolds is from the paperwork I have.
Okay, on that, Louis, on the vacate, if you look at that, there's three people involved, Maurer, Reynolds, and Bible. Bible's the green, Maurer's blue, and Reynolds is the orange. And if you look right, there's a little T right there. If you drive out there, there's literally, it's never been a road in the first place. There's trees, there's actually sheds. No, you'd never know these roads exist. And this is really being done to help the industry out there. So nobody complained. They were all in the office. They all approved of it. So we haven't got any complaints on it.
This
So,
industry is expanding
yeah.
and moving from one side of Farmington to the other. So, anyway, motion second. Any other questions or comments? All in favor of approving this road vacation, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Okay, permission to bid 2 vehicles. Buck, you want to talk about that? No dollars, this is a bid coming up, so don't talk about it.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Okay. That was called a reminder.
I wanna bid out, Ford Explorers and the Ford Transit van.
Okay. You didn't say 4, you said Ford.
Ford,
Ford,
but
one.
there is gonna be 4, so.
Okay. Are we talking 4 vehicles?
Or it'd be 4 there'll be 5 altogether, one van, 4 Explorers.
Okay.
Yeah,
4
the-
Fords.
The Tahoes, we don't got bid out.
Okay. All right, so now tell me, do we have to bid those 4 cars?
You got bid the Explorers, the Ford,
Okay. And we have to bid the van?
you got bid the van.
And we can put those all in one bid?
Yeah, we can put them all on one bid, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we can put them all on
Alright.
one bid.
Sheriff, you got any comments?
Nope. Buck's doing a great job on this. He's been working.
Oh, don't build him up.
Yeah.
He's hard enough to deal with as it is.
Are you still here? I thought they said you wouldn't last.
Okay. All right, so, we have, now where I thought it was the one car and the supervisory, so now these are patrol cars?
Yeah, one supervisor car and three
Three.
patrol cars.
So it's 1 and 3.
1 and 3 and then the van.
Okay, you're gonna put deer guards on all of them?
You better believe it.
Even the sheriff's car?
No,
Well-
no, he didn't want it.
He didn't want it.
I don't plan on hitting a deer.
He ain't gonna be out.
Thank you.
Man.
It's cheap insurance, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, we got a total of 4 vehicles, plus the prisoner van, 4 cars, plus the prisoner van going out on bid. Any, okay, motion to, allow this bid process.
I'll make a motion that we approve Sheriff's Department to bid 4 vehicles and 1 transport van.
I second that.
Okay, now are those 4 vehicles alike?
Yep.
Okay,
Floor, except, no, I'll take that back. We have 1 supervisor package and the rest of them, we're gonna outfit ourselves.
okay. And, are they all new cars?
Brand new.
Okay. Okay, I have a motion second. Any other questions?
Is from the sheriff's budget.
Yes,
Yes.
be
For
from the sheriff's
2025.
budget.
25,
And we are budgeted for vehicles,
Right.
25 budget.
okay. All right, any other questions? Okay, all in favor of allowing this bid process to proceed, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you, Buck. Okay, change order, additional paving. Now, the 11,000 is, only 1 invoice, but we're gonna table this, right?
Yeah, what we've got 3 invoices, and this is down on Sand Creek Road. I think Clay will talk a little on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the Sand Creek Bridge was constructed, and of course it's finished and open now, it was necessary to do additional paving on both the north and the south approaches of Sand Creek Road. So the south side took considerable more because the road was just so damaged from the construction, and our intent is to overlay this road this year anyway. But we needed to go ahead and lay that while the subcontractor was there. So the south side was 36,000 extra that the road and bridge and the county were willing to pay. And this was talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago in the commission meeting and approved. And then what I have today is the north side, which didn't take nearly as much, and it was 11,000. So the circumstances involved in the last few days with the winter weather, with the cancellation of Monday's meeting, and with bills needing to be requisitioned and paid from 24 today, or yesterday, all those kind of came together at the same time. So I had this on the agenda, Road Bridge had this on the agenda to pay this. Well, as of yesterday, I think the commission has learned that some of these costs may be absorbed through the state, through the BRO program. So I believe it is the wish of the commission to table both of these bills until we see what the state is willing to add. Now, it should be noted that there was some excavation of over $10,000 that needed to be done to match the road up to the bridge that the state has paid.
Yes.
And I believe with the commission.
That's
has
through the
been-
BRO program?
Yes,
Yeah.
through the BRO. So it didn't have to come directly out of the road and bridges budget. We were willing and able to pay that out of the 24. However, if there is going to be funding available possibly to pay these 2 invoices, I don't want to speak for the commission, but I believe it's the commission's wish that we hold on paying these. The contractor's been made aware of that, is that correct?
I'm gonna ask Amber something. Is it possible to approve to pay this just with not a number? Because we know we're gonna get a reduction possibly, but we could approve
Make
it.
the motion to the maximum of
Yeah,
it.
and then possibly, possibly we get a reduction. We're not sure, but we think we will, and that's why we were gonna table it. but we can approve to pay it. We just don't know the amount that we're gonna pay.
Right, so what I would do is I'd just go ahead and approve the full amount of the invoice.
And then we'll
if we
The
end up
total
getting
invoices.
Up
Yeah.
to-
reimbursed.
Yeah,
right,
this amount on the board is only for one of the invoices.
And then if MoDOT, the state ends up.
We'll pay that cost.
Then we'll just pay the difference.
Well,
Okay.
realize
But then you're
that,
covered if you got.
That way we don't
fine.
have to really come back,
Right.
we're done.
Right.
realize that both invoices have already been approved at the road and bridge level.
Yes.
Right.
Wait a minute, both and there's three. Tell me.
No, but this one here has already been paid,
I don't
the
think
state.
it has. That 10,000 has not been paid because
Okay.
Brock Miller sent it directly to us and it was not on their pay application for the BRO. So I don't
Okay,
think,
I-
I don't think that one's been paid either.
Well, I think the
We
state
weren't gonna
that,
pay it anyway.
yeah.
But, yeah, but I
Road and
just.
bridge wasn't.
Right, right. I just don't think that one's been paid either.
I don't think any of them's been paid
Correct.
yet.
Yeah.
But that's what they're talking with the state, what they're capable of, what they'll reimburse us.
So,
What they are going to.
with that, I'm assuming, Amber, then that it will of course have to, whatever we are required to pay will have to come out of the 25 budget, not the 24.
Depending on the timeline of events, how long it takes
Which
MoDOT.
is not a problem.
Oh, well,
We can leave them hanging out there at a 24 for till the end of the week probably, but we'll just have to play it by ear. They may have to be.
If we have to do it out of
Yeah.
25, we just will.
I don't think it's gonna happen before the end of the week. though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wouldn't hold my breath.
Okay.
So can I make go ahead and
Do we need to approve the price of both?
the payment of the 3 invoices? We just need a max amount.
Up to and less any contribution from the state.
Up to the amount,
Up to the
What is that
Invoice.
total amount?
Plus
just whatever the invoice amount is.
I would
There's
add,
like
yeah, I was
You
gonna
got
say, I would
I
add the
have two, I don't
10,000
have
in
the
there.
36,000.
I'll figure it real quick.
It was like
Seven.
10,000.
We're all looking for,
They have-
bless you, we're all looking for our calculators.
You talk about fine tuned and clipping right along, we're doing it now.
That's what I used to do though, Bart Mitchell, I'd say, hey, I got this, this and this.
57, 58,000.
Oh, man. He was, I like sitting next to him in meetings. He was like, Bart, what is that? Okay. Yeah, I'm still doing my math.
You want that
Right.
close to the DC.
Right.
All right, get a smile off your face, it's an official meeting.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Now, there you go.
What do you got?
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve to pay the 3 bills. It would be on the Bauman for the Sand Creek Bridge project for $59,121.03.
Maximum
Up
of.
to-
Maximum.
Up to.
Up to.
Less the state's contribution.
Okay, a second?
I'll second that.
Any questions? Surely not on that. Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, remittance of operational, yes.
Let me, could I ask a question while he's here? Is there any chance that all the state will do anything with the guardrails?
No.
Nope, that's ours.
That's us.
That's already in the process. We would have been working on that this week had we not had the winter weather. We would already.
Oh, we've
started.
had winter weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're lucky
Our
those
plan was to
guardrails.
start immediately and everything gets put on hold.
But the road is open.
Yes.
Okay. All right, next item is remittance of operational costs for the circuit judges of $18,440, yeah, you get the
I
idea.
gotcha.
Okay, and motion?
I'll make the motion to pay the remittance of the operation cost for the 24th Circuit Judicial Judges at $18,445.10.
Second?
I'll second.
And Amber, this is an annual routine thing, right?
It is, and it could honestly be done through the consent agenda. I meant to contact Kim and let her know. These are all just amounts that were approved in the budget. They're
Okay.
just requesting that the funds be moved.
Okay, all in favor of approving this amount, please say aye.
Aye.
Alright.
And Amber mentioned these, here's the second of those items, so.
Make a motion, we
Yeah.
pay the remittance of operational cost for 24th Circuit Marshal for $3,692.33.
I'll second.
Okay, questions? Okay, routine item again, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
And here's the last of those items,
All right, make a motion, we pay the operational cost for the court report, for district court reporter at $3,083.36.
Second?
Questions? Okay.
I was on a roll.
Now, let's go to the agenda item. Oh, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, now I need that list for the amended agenda. Say that quickly. Okay, we want to amend the budget to add change order to Feezer Road for reductions of the oil price.
Sorry.
So we want to amend the budget for that. A motion?
You're just approving the
Yeah.
change
Just
order.
approve, yeah, we're just gonna approve the change order. And did you have the total on that?
Yeah, it's 11,918.52
Reduction.
reduction.
And this was for Feezer Road project
Yeah.
for, I wanna say our final payment, but it's actually not. Because I know I've been in contact with Cochran and the engineer the last couple of days, and they're actually holding back about $10,000 from the final payment to ensure that the contractor does all the seeding and strawing and final grade work that they just can't do right now.
Yeah.
So this will be the final payment, but it was an 11,000 reduction due to the price, due to the fact that the oil index decreased from the amount when they bid the project. And because anytime a contractor bids a paving project, we go off the oil index at that time. So there's times we have to pay more once the job is done. This is an instance where it went down and we actually paid less.
And right now, you can drive by a service station and regular gas is $2.59, $2.69, and it was close to $3 not
Right.
that long ago.
So they kind of parallel each other, the oil index
Well,
and the
same
gasoline
purpose.
price.
Well, it'd be nice if we could pave roads in the winter.
Okay, we could.
11,000, what was it?
$11,918.52.
I have a motion second.
Not yet. We're, Jerry, you wanna make it?
Off of the payment of the competitive bid.
And again?
That's a reduction from the payment we're making on a competitive bid item.
Okay. Motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept the reduction in cost from, off the competitive bid total at $11,918.52 for the Feezer Road project.
I'll second that.
Questions? Okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Now, next regular meeting will be here, well, start saying next week from today, but it's Tuesday again. We're back to the next schedule. So there's the schedule. Everybody's welcome. Other business, correspondence.
Way too much to talk about with the weather.
Yeah.
But thank you, Clay. You guys
Public
just
comments, anybody?
Turn it over to them.
Departmental reports. Clay, you've been busy?
Yeah, we started 9 PM Saturday night and been working around the clock since. And I will have to say, our roads were taken care of. We had no injuries, no damages, no accidents, no equipment.
Of our
failures.
stuff and our
Of
people.
our stuff, no.
And I will say, I went out there, I was out in Roden Bridge quite a bit this weekend. These guys are very good at what they do. I mean, they come in, they do their work. If you watch them, they clean their trucks. A lot of times the issue they had this week was, it was so cold where they'd jump up on top where they're loading the trucks and they'd actually have to crush the. It was very difficult because, I mean, between loading the trucks and getting them in and that stuff frozen, they're very good at what they do.
We had a day
They're pretty
shift, a night
particular with it.
shift, and we was around the clock till yesterday. Actually, we went home yesterday evening, but we was around the clock till yesterday.
I thought the morale out there was very good.
It
I
was
think
good.
Clay's wife, they all cook, they bring in food. They operate it well. It's really good to see it.
I've said this cliche many times, but when we need them the most, they're at their best.
We got a great
That's
bunch of
very
guys.
true.
Yeah.
They're not perfect, but when we need them the most, they're at their best.
Sheriff, you got anything to talk about on weather?
Oh, you bet. Give me a microphone, I'll talk.
Election's over.
So I just want to give you all some numbers, what we've done this first week, taking over as sheriff. So our calls for service so far, as of this morning, was 357 since the first of the year. Our average inmate population is at 108. We were down before the first year, about 82, but we've gone up. Of that, 94 are male, 14 are female. Some recent training, commission sent me to a 2-week new sheriff's training. That was very informative.
Before you took office?
Correct.
Okay.
And very informative. Helped me hit the ground running. Made a lot of good contacts, other individuals to talk to. Today we're doing the Omnigo training with the staff. We haven't been able to have that, but they're doing that today, so that'll
And
be.
that's software?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And we've already had some issues that we're addressing with Omnigo, so that's going well. The transition's going well. We're currently collaborating on our department policies with the command staff. I just want to say Road and Bridge has done a great job, and I've got some numbers here to show that and reflect that. MoDOT did great. The electric departments, I think Nick might talk about how many are still without electric. We held our first blood drive on Friday the 3rd. We thought we'd try that there at the detention center, and it was supposed to run from 10 to 4. And they were hoping we would have 15 units or 15 donors. We, by 11:45, we were out of supplies. It was a tremendous success. We exceeded the American Red Cross expectations. We ended up at 24. Apparently they only bring so many supplies because I guess they can't take them back once they open the package or whatever. So we had to turn away some potential donors to another location. So they were very excited about that. We exceeded it and used up everything they had in an hour and 45 minutes. So real happy with that. Our winter weather warning started on 1:29 on January the 3rd and ended on 6 a.m. on the 6th. Our first motor vehicle accident that we responded to was on the 4th at almost midnight. So I think the Road and Bridge MoDOT had the roadways pretty good that first day, and I think the citizens also heeded all the warnings to stay home. I came out, went from county line to county line a couple times, and I may have seen 13 vehicles in that whole drive. So everybody heeded that warning, and I think that shows the accident numbers. During the 4th through the 6th, which after our first accident, until we were no longer under that winter warning advisory, we responded to 26 motor vehicle accidents that were storm related. So there again, the accidents were down.
How about injuries on those? Any idea?
I don't have that number, but I could probably find that out. Some of these are going to be the slide offs, you know,
Yeah.
but we did respond to those, and that was 26. This week, some upcoming events, we are going to be interviewing for our RSAT grant coordinator, and we are down to.
What is RSAT?
That is the Residential Substance Abuse Treatment Coordinator. That's on a grant that we received. Lieutenant Mike Ryan did a lot of work on that and got that, so we're moving forward with that as well. And we are currently down 2 deputies, one in the Territorial Act Division and one for our normal road. And we're down 1, I believe, in the jail, and we're going to be filling that probably tomorrow with interviews. So that's just some numbers I want to throw out there to you all.
I got one question for you, that detention, the jail detention, how many applications did you have for that? Or
What's the last set?
I think we've got 12.
Wow, got good apps?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, we've got some good potential candidates.
Good.
So,
I got a question on your
Yes.
blood drive. Are detainees eligible to give on that?
no. This is staff. I think we had 8 that were first-time donors. So we brought in some new blood, so to speak.
You didn't threaten him with the bridge, did you?
No,
Okay.
no. But yeah, it was just amazing. I did throw out a number. We didn't meet that because we didn't have supplies. I was hoping for 40. I think we would have hit the 35 mark pretty easily, and possibly we could have probably made our goal, but they just didn't have the supplies to hold the blood.
And this is a new one, right? This is the first.
Very first one we've
Okay.
done.
So, and that's what happens. I got to go, but
Mhm.
I didn't, it was a mess. And I've given a lot of times, and this time was a pain, but I won't be giving next time. But I'm glad you're gonna have that, because next time what they'll do is they'll rev up for more.
Yeah.
And then each time you do that, they take an average, okay, that's what we're gonna do. Like you
Bring more
said, they
supplies
can't
next time.
open it. So when that lady just about fell off her chair, when you said 40, I was watching and she's like, So I saw that, and that's the way it happens, knowing
Yeah, we had such a great turnout, department and county personnel and citizens, so it was great.
Where was it held?
I hear that
It
we
was
had
held in our training room at the detention center.
I hear we had, one of our employees had a fire loss. Could you bring us up to that, and it's gonna be any
She had a
type of
fire,
drive to help that?
First day back to work, and, matter of fact.
Nobody was hurt.
No, her husband drove her into work,
Okay.
because of the road conditions, and, so we had to get her out to her house.
Was that a county road that she was driving?
I'm sorry.
Was it a county road that she couldn't get on?
No, Double O Highway. But
Just checking, just checking.
her husband was taking care of her and brought her in.
Okay.
And, there were some unusual circumstances, unfortunate events, but, yeah, she was fine, husband's fine, animals were fine, so
Okay.
she's currently assessing and maintaining that situation.
Anybody have any questions for the sheriff?
I'm gonna ask a
Thank you.
question, if you don't mind, before I put you on a hot seat here real fast. And this was the biggest thing during our campaign, and knowing that you guys ran, and 4 of you ran, and I know this was a heated subject, and I hate to put you on the spot on this, but your towing. How does the towing work for if I have an accident, and I tell you why, because there's 4 that I know of, different companies that tow. And I know one might want to be quiet in the room because he was the fast tower, and it's a guy would be called out to the call, and he'd show up, and another guy's standing there, getting ready to, oh, I got a truck coming, it's ours, I'm gonna get it. But don't they have a rotation? When I was in the fire service, we had a rotation. Can you answer the question of how we're gonna handle that from here on out?
It's the vehicle owner's preference.
Yes.
So you would be giving it preference. Who do you want to tow your vehicle? Who would you like to tow your vehicle? We get the I don't know who to call, I don't know. Then we contact Central Dispatch where they have a list of the approved tow operators, and they will be on a rotation, and they will be selected from that. If that tow company is on another call or unavailable, we will go to the next tow company and so forth.
Thank you.
And it just keeps rotating.
So there is a
Thank you.
rotational system.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, I appreciate that.
Being coming up in that situation, there's a lot more to it than just that. Depends on where you're at in the county, if the road's blocked.
Response
A lot of
time.
people don't understand, you know, you call the ones quickest, closest when you're in an emergency situation, which, you know, that happens a lot.
Yeah, that's the other factors that are
Yeah.
involved, but in a perfect world, you would just go on that rotation. But there again, location is, and response time.
You probably heard it because we hit the same streets a lot. We were one street over from me, so you probably heard it. Ones that I would stop at, and they'd say, "Hey, I called for a record from I just throw out Ted's. I called for Ted's, and this guy shows up and he wants to tow my car." And I said, "No." He said, "I called for this one." That's why I asked, because you probably heard as much as I did. Like I said, we did a lot of he was over a street from me a lot of times. No, I'm catching up.
Well, there's been instances where there's been road blockage and there
Yes.
happens to be a tow company
Okay.
there, and they'll move it for us to get the roadway open while the other one comes and takes it to wherever the repair shop.
great.
The really issue that comes up with that really the top guys have to look at, if the vehicle's disabled and it's not blocking or harming anything, it gives you time. The really issue, I'm pretty good at the years I run on this, would be what they call scanner chasers. And that's what you got,
Scanner chasers.
scanner chasers. If you got a scanner and you know there's a wreck, and that's really the police's job to control that. And really, that was the only big issue that we really had when it comes to that. If you're good at what you do, you understand the situation in those businesses.
Well, and life preservation is our first concern. So,
Yep. Yep.
Then after that, we want to get the roadway open, because I'm
Gotcha.
sure you've all said for 15, 20 minutes.
I appreciate it.
Where's the wrecker at? What's going on? Can you get the roadway open? So we have to put that into consideration as well.
That problem will never, probably ever be solved perfect.
Okay, any other questions for the
Thank you,
sheriff?
Jeff.
Nick, can you give a report, please? Not that you've had anything to do. Nick, speaking as our emergency manager.
Okay, so some of the steps that we took to prepare for the response to the winter storm. To ensure the safety and well-being of our residents, we organized warming shelters across the county, offering refuge for the affected by extreme cold and power outages. We contracted with, it was mostly the fire departments in rural areas. They were able to open up if need be. The biggest one we had during this last storm was the Bismarck Community Center. They provided accommodations for approximately 40 individuals. 12 individuals spent the night due to power outages. We supplied them with cots and blankets. They also got in contact with the Red Cross, and they provided meals for the Bismarck location. As of about 8 o'clock this morning, Ameren reported about 258 residents in the St. Francis County that are still without power.
Now, by residents, don't about homes, not people.
Correct, so
Okay.
258 residents. The crews are working diligently to restore service. We'd like to thank Road and Bridge as well as MoDOT for their timeless efforts in cleaning the road and removing down trees to help the Ameren crews access the power lines to restore them quickly. We'd also like to thank the first responders, the dispatch team, the Sheriff's Department, and any of the other public safety that helped out during the storm. We continue to serve the community, as well as we'll push weather updates across our Facebook page, and then our Facebook page is St. Francis County Emergency Management. I encourage everybody to sign up, look at it. We push out weather updates. We got another storm coming in a few days, so we'll be ready for that one as well.
Okay. Any questions to Nick? Sure.
How many we, without power still?
283 residents.
Homes.
Most of them
sorry,
are probably, if you drive the Madison County, Iron County, San Francisco County border,
Yeah, it's-
was hit the worst. I think T Highway, they had like 200 trees down.
And
I
that's the-
mean,
that's-
it was horrible down there.
That's kind of what's slowing everything up. Is
Yeah.
the power lines are entangled with the trees. You got to cut the trees down before they can mess with it. So it's just going to take a little bit of time, but I'm sure probably today or tomorrow we'll be back up.
Yeah, and then, you know, if you drive down to Fredericktown, the roads are clear. You know, you're talking about a 2 or 3 mile area there. Then it just, but right along that county line is where it's the worst. I mean, it's horrible down there. And they're gonna be working, moving trees for, what, Clay, a month?
Month or.
Yeah, a month or so. I mean, there's trees down everywhere there.
Yeah, a month or longer.
Is there any shortage of firewood anywhere?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, anybody got any questions for Nick?
I do.
Good.
What's the next storm? What are they predicting?
So it's still really early, but I'm seeing about 2 to 4 inches. I think they'll really dial
Snow.
that in. Yeah, snow. They'll really dial that in probably more this evening to get more, but 2 to 4 somewhere around there. It's a lot better than the first one we got on this last one because we all got the alert 1 to 12 inches.
And a lot of ice.
Yeah, so I think we'll be, they're just expecting snow this next round, so.
Any other questions for Nick?
Thank you.
Are there any other, thank you, Nick. Is there any other departmental reports?
Commissioner,
Yes.
we received this at 9:32 this morning, where the Missouri Department of Economic Development has officially announced that IKO, a manufacturer and supplier of residential shingles, commercial roofing, and waterproof products, will open a new granule facility for its subsidiary Bismarck Granules, investing $120 million in creating more than 50 jobs. While this is not new to us or to you, we're talking about it for the last 3 years, 4
Yeah,
years.
well, I've been
whatever.
working with them since 17.
Well, it is now official according to the Missouri Department of Economic Development. IKO operates more than 35 manufacturing plants in North America and Europe and is a family-owned established business since 1951. Construction is underway in the Bismarck area with plans to open in 2026.
Yeah.
That's from the official government department, and we know how important they are.
Yeah, I first met John Anhang of IKO. He's a descendant or married into the family, I think. And it's a very wealthy, family-owned business. And John explained to me that debt is a 4-letter word. They write checks for everything. They do not do debt. So, you know, it's been fun working with them. So I'm glad that they're finally moving along in this. And the reason they came here was rhyolite, or rock. We have the prime rock for granules. And in this rock, rhyolite fractures in a crystalline form. So it frames into little cubes and not round balls or whatever. And that's important for shingles, the roofing shingles. And also it contains no quartz. Quartz is translucent, lets sunlight through, which means it can bake the tar on a roof and provide little pinholes, and you don't want little pinholes in your shingles. So quartz is a bad thing for roofing shingles, and rhyolite's a very good thing. So we've got the rock, God gave us the rock. It's a good thing, and not only IKO, but we think there's another Granules company coming into our county. Yeah, they're looking ahead to that. And that's part of, you've heard this big thing about Bismarck and the gas line. This is a big part of that. It's a reason for that. Because these companies need a massive amount of natural gas, one, to dry the material so they can screen it, and then if they color it, they need to bake that color on, so onto the granule. So they'll use a lot of natural gas, and that dates back to the Bismarck and the drive to get that gas line in. So that's all tied together. It's been a long process. Okay, thank you, Lee.
I'm surprised Department of Economic Development didn't include all that information here.
I can go 20 minutes, don't worry about it. Okay, any other departmental reports? Killed that time, okay. Sales tax report. Look at that, 9.04% for the 1 month, 1 month. Now, we ended last year on this at 5.58% growth for the year. Now, this is nearly twice that, but it's 1 month. We don't know what the trend is. So that's an important report. And then we step up to use tax, and it's a 10.08% for that 1 month, 1 month. So it's a growth too, so we're doing pretty good. I have no idea, but now it's important to me, you would think that we would shift from local sales tax to use tax. People are buying over the internet rather than going to the store, but they're both growing. So it's interesting to see how that works. So anyway, any other reports from anybody?
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you all for attending, appreciate it.